There's a place in Oklahoma where people say time bends, where green lights flash in the night, and supposedly where people vanish. It's not a ghost town or Area 51, but it is called Oklahoma's Bermuda Triangle. This place is called Beaver Dunes, but it's also called Shamans Portal. If you take a look at the panhandle on a county map of Oklahoma, you'll notice that there are these very large counties. There isn't a lot of counties up there. That's because of no man's land. Back in the 17 to 1800s, there's just nothing there. No one lives there. Still no one really lives there. So they just segmented it off into the biggest chunks that they could get. This chunk is called Beaver County. Now, in Beaver County, there's a town called Beaver. And Beaver sits on the banks of the Beaver River. Now, when I say banks and when I say river, you're thinking like the Cimarron or the Mississippi or the Colorado. No, the Beaver River is very small. It is like a creek, and ironically, the Beaver Town is humble in the same regard. It is quiet. It's small. The population is just around 2,000. Driving through Beaver and being in Beaver is like stepping back in time. Not super far, to like 2007 maybe. But it's a town that looks frozen. Stories of the Shaman's Portal talk about how time is being warped by the portal. And you can kind of see it in the town. How it hasn't changed nearly at all. And maybe it's just because there's nothing up there. And it's just a small town, so they have no reason to change. But it is very interesting to look at. Now, Beaver Town sits on the banks of Beaver River. And it's in Beaver County. Just 3 minutes up the road Dunes. If you put it all together, there's the Beaver Dunes, there's the Beaver Town, there's the Beaver River, and it's all in Beaver County. You'll never guess what their school mascot is. It's a sprawling 520-acre park with trails, a small fishing lake, 2 different campgrounds, and a playground. Oh, and lots of sand, in case you didn't know. Nearly 300 acres of it. The sand, it all comes from the Pleistocene, formed over 2.5 million years ago. Back then, the land was warmer, wetter, windier. The Cimarron River shaped this region. And then, over millions of years, thanks to geological and climate changes, the river moved to where it is now. 2.5 million years later, something else would affect these dunes. The Dust Bowl. As the Dust Bowl swept through Oklahoma in its swath, it changed some dunes, lifting others and lowering others, making deposits and taking sand. But history isn't the only thing buried in these dunes. Every year, people visit, and sometimes, as the story goes, they don't come back. Some locals report they have encountered military excavation sites under the cover of darkness, and theories circulate about a UFO crash site hidden beneath the sands. One story I've heard consistently is of a Dr. Mark Thatcher, an Oklahoma State University archaeologist, who spent 3 years in the 90s, supposedly, studying the area before, supposedly, suited individuals with military credentials shut his operation down. However, in his time, he apparently found anomalies in the soil, such as, quote, constant electromagnetic interference and, quote, ionized soil cores, end quote. Not to mention, there's also stories of Native American burial grounds, spirits, and plenty of ghost stories told by the general public who visit the park. Now there is another story that is even more infamous and is honestly what the park is known for. The name Shamans Portal, in fact, is even in reference to this story. And the story starts in 1541 with Spanish conquistador Francisco Vasquez de Coronado. Or, Explorer Coronado, the guy who's searching for the city of gold. Yeah, that guy. Allegedly, he passed through the area, and according to legend, 3 of his men vanished after seeing green lights off into the dunes, or they saw green lights after the men vanished. Maybe it was lightning, maybe it was lights. In some stories, there are Native Americans that warn him beforehand. In one story I read, the men were actually eaten by the sand. But usually they just say the men disappeared. And obviously they never never returned from the dunes. Some say it's written in Coronado's journal, though I haven't found any reputable sources for that so far, but I'll revisit that specific topic later on in the video. I'm gonna touch bases on this again. The park is a total of 600 acres, 300 of which are the dunes, of course. Most of the trails, in fact, I'm pretty sure all of the trails stay off of the dunes. However, there's not a lot of trees. It is forested, but there isn't a lot of trees, so there's not a lot of shade. There's definitely no water. There isn't great cell service, and it depends on the service provider, but there's probably none, depending on who you're with. It's easy to get turned around, and the most important thing is this is an environment covered in sagebrush and native brush, right? This isn't a grass or just tall grass. Like, tall grass is obscuring enough. This is brush. If you get off the trail and look for the trail, the brush obscures it. You can't see the trail. It's just gone. Not to mention, when you're on the trail looking into the sagebrush, you can't actually tell how deep below the brush the ground is. So there's a sense of danger with each step. When you're on a high spot, you expect to see out and around you, you expect to get a vantage point. But what ends up happening is you get up on a high spot and you can only see the other high spots. All of the low spots are completely obscured. So you don't really see a whole lot. And then I imagine it's the 1600s. There are no trails. It's just the sagebrush. It's just the dunes. If you get turned around from your group, just like that, and I can think of a million different ways where somebody could get separated from a group. In fact, 3 people could get separated from a group and lost, and you never see them again. The green lights part of the story, though, is interesting. That is, to sum up, people could vanish here. No supernatural explanation needed. Now, on the topic of Native American folklore, local legend speaks of a hidden gateway, and this is what's called the Shamans Portal. Now, it isn't exactly clear if Shamans Portal is a cave in the dunes, if the dunes are the portal, if the portal is metaphorical, but essentially, the legend goes that a powerful shaman created a hidden gateway and guards it and uses it to speak with spirits. And this portal can apparently transport souls through time, and its very presence affects the time in the dunes. Now, green lightning is real, but very rare. However, in the clips you're about to see, taken in Guthrie, Oklahoma, not but a couple months ago, the area experienced green lightning. Could this be the work of the Shaman's Portal? Or are these green flashes something else entirely? Science tells us it can happen when sunlight scatters through ice and storm clouds. Maybe that explains some of the sightings of green lights and green lightning. However, there's only one way to get to the bottom of this, and that's for us to go into the wilds at night and find out for ourselves. So let's go.
This guy's gonna hit your car.
Hold on. Hey, what's up? Don't you scoot up?
Oh, you guys ready to see a freaking wizard?
Are y'all ready to go catch a portal?
Dude.
To go catch portals?
What?
I'm gonna get hit.
I have a portal phobia.
Yep.
How many UFOs you find in this weekend, Blaine?
Oh, hopefully just the one. I want to get this kite. Where the hell is my guy?
69.
There's also the ghosts though. Don't forget about the ghosts. How many ghosts are you finding? How many ghosts are you catching on the EMF reader?
Oh,
Level 5.
Dude, imagine.
Are we gonna catch a level 5?
House, though.
Yeah, dude, I kept getting 4 spikes.
What about my place? You should check mine.
Want to check the
We will.
radiation?
We will.
We'll wait to see if we get haunted.
Maybe it will be a special episode.
Catch 3.
Blaine, we're going piss.
Oh, yeah, man.
You need a piss, bro?
Send me some piss.
Send you some piss?
Save me.
Save you?
I can save some piss for you.
Okay, we'll save some. You ready?
Come on, Mark. Mark, baby girl.
How you feeling?
These nuts.
Ha! Got him! Hey Blaine, how you feeling? Good now. You know, this light could turn green any minute now. Oh, hey! I need a flash. Alright. We've arrived at Beaver Dunes. How you feeling, Blaine?
Like my soul has been sucked from my body.
Sorry, my bad.
I did the sucking.
And I did the soul. But this area is really beautiful, dude. Now, somewhere in that direction is about 300 acres worth of sand dunes from a prehistoric riverbed. Let me see that for a sec. Let me get a lay of the land here. So we got wilderness. Okay. Liking it. Oh shit. The fuck are you? Camel cricket. First creature of the night. But we got a grill. A nice little table for dining at. Fire pit with a grill on it too. Jeez. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking. This is a nice spot. Okay, and then tent's gonna go right over there, right where I'm pointing. Here, let me. Right there.
Yo.
So this is the place we're calling home for the night. Pretty humble, pretty chillin'.
Humble abode.
Now, what else we have in this abode is something very special.
Fleshlight. The shared between us all.
Not cool, bro.
I shouldn't have packed it.
An EMF reader. Holy shit! I've actually never seen it go that high on turn on. It reached up to the red. Oh, it is. Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow. I've actually, like, no joke, I turned this on in like several places. And it, just like that, it's gone.
Oh, it's going back up. It just flashed
What?
red again. No way.
Okay. Maybe I'm interfering with it. Okay.
Yo, is there a spirit here? Spirit, make this go red. Make it hold red. Make it hold red. What the fuck?
Okay, Spirit, if you're here, make it stop going red.
Make it yellow. Make a stable yellow.
That's too complicated for it.
No, stable yellow?
Holy shit. It's going off.
Good yellow. Stable yellow. Just a little bit more, bud.
You're so demanding. Say please
It's going,
at least.
please, mister. And Mrs.
If you're a Mr., flash red.
If you're a Mrs. Flash orange.
What the fuck? Yo, this is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, it's going insane. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
Okay,
It did what I asked.
so red is 5 or more. How many spirits are with us right now? Was that 3? If that was 3, flash red, please. Not 3. Was it 2? If it was 2. Ooh. Oh.
It's through 2?
It flashed red. It flashed red.
Flash red if 2, for real. Don't prank me. Is there 2 missing spirits?
I don't know if gender really matters. Oh,
Oh,
maybe gender does matter.
maybe it does.
That's... I genuinely...
I'm stunned.
Yeah, I mean, like, I turned it on in the car when I picked you up.
Yeah, I was not doing this. EMF free. Spirits. Hold the red. Make it red.
What?
Make it full red. Make it full red. I appreciate it.
Are you nearby, or are you in the tent with us? Flash red if you're in the tent, but stay at green if you're far away. So, maybe right outside? Are you right outside the tent, or are you in here with us? Flash red if you're in here with us.
He's near. He's creeping in.
Oh. Dude, we gotta check our journal notes.
EMF level 5.
This is we got several EMF level 5s.
Cold
Where's the
chills.
thermometer? Yeah, where's the thermometer? I think I see my breath. Hey, Spirit, have you ever played Phasmophobia? There's 2 spirits with us. Are these spirits the same age? Is that a yes? If that's a yes, keep on flashing red. If that's a no, go to green. Are y'all the same age?
No.
No, different ages. Okay. So, is one of you a child? Okay. Or is the child spirit that is with us right now a boy? If it's a boy, flash red. And if it's a girl, stay green. Boy. So we have a little boy with us? Is that correct? Okay. And we have one more spirit with us, is that correct? Yes. Okay. Thank you for answering our questions. We're going to go take a walk. You're free to join us if you'd like. If you'd like to make yourselves aware in ways that aren't through the EMF reader, now is the chance. Make a noise or interact with this world in some way.
Here goes. You can talk on Instagram. Flash the light, Mr. Ghost.
You can make a sound. Okay. Well, it's been nice talking with you. Thank you for your time.
Bye, spirits. Peace out.
Flash red if you are also saying goodbye, so that we can understand you. Oh, so maybe are we gonna come with us? If you're gonna walk with us, flash red.
No.
Maybe they're gonna go do their own thing.
It's okay, spirits. You can chill. Do whatever you want. It's up real quick.
Okay. First things first on our investigation, our actual walk. Look at this.
Whoa, that's beautiful.
It is sprinkling slightly, if you can see that in the light. We've been hearing a odd bubbling noise. So I think that's what we're going to investigate first. It comes from like over here somewhere. Huh. So I have a feeling this is a spring. And that's what we're hearing is bubbling.
You think?
Yeah, because there's a pond down over there somewhere.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I swear.
Okay. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, so what that is, I know exactly what that is. There's water in here, right there. I can see it. Oh, yep.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you heard that splashing, right?
Yeah. It's a critter.
The bubbles is bullfrogs.
Oh.
It's the bullfrogs in the water.
Oh, this went up to red. Are these bugs?
What the fuck? I'm getting swarmed by gnats.
Dude, this
Let's
is
get the fuck out of here, dude. Let's go lights out for a sec. The coyotes in the distance. Do you hear them? Holy shit. That's probably like 5 or 10 different coyotes. That's crazy. So, catch up, motherfucker.
This is an ATV trail.
It's okay. So, I'm pretty sure they can't ATV after hours. We are walking out to the official Beaver Dunes campground to perhaps get a glimpse at the dunes themselves. It's just me and Trent right now. But hopefully, with any luck, within the next few minutes, we'll get to that campground. We'll cut over to a trail and be on the dunes. We gotta keep an eye out into the sky for unidentified flying objects. We gotta be careful about government agents. We gotta be on our toes about skinwalkers. We've gotta be aware of feral aliens. And if there is good spirits, there's always the bad spirits. So gotta be warned about that too. Gotta be aware. Well, we are at a sand dune. Fine, coarse sand. Nice oxidized layer. See that? Yeah, this is kind of crazy. We're not even at the dunes yet, and it's starting to become a struggle to climb up just because of how much your shoes sink in each time we're taking a step. It's like walking on water or on slime, almost. Definitely just heard a noise. Definitely was not.
Dude.
I hope my camera can pick that up.
Oh my god, Trenton, emergency condition.
Good morning. Phone died last night. I got it on the charger.
Put me on the charger.
You missed it. You were too busy sleeping. Me and Trent went on a night investigation.
That's great. You guys went out.
We actually went to the dunes.
You're insane. Dude, I was fucking sleeping.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, today we're gonna do some really good investigating. We should find some cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate my evidence.
And how many of you had? Who is it?
No, this is one, dude.
Oh, this one. We have enough for everybody to have two.
Oh shit. Unless we go get more.
Alright, so we're out here. 3 of us. Got my Geiger counter. Last night we did a little bit of an EMF test. We're gonna do that again tonight. But just out of curiosity, apparently there's not only a portal, but there's also a buried UFO. One of those things gotta give off some radiation, right? So if we get some high readings, then that'll definitely tell us something interesting, because I don't think there should be high readings in this area. Help me! Wonderful. Time to go down. This video doesn't make it look as steep as it is. Like, it is steep. God damn. Lunch. Late lunch because it's taken so long to boil. But lunch nonetheless.
Basically dinner at this point.
We found some interesting readings on the Geiger counter. Nothing really over 33, which isn't super high, but it is interesting because I haven't really read anything higher than 20 on that thing. So it is minimum background radiation, but it's still interesting that it's higher than what is regular minimum background radiation. So we're back now, obviously. Nothing really particularly interesting other than that 33. A little later, we're gonna go on another investigation. Bring the EMF and the Geiger counter, and we'll see what we can find then. I told you, bro. The heat. Oh shit! So up over there, that looks like it might be an entrance.
That's what I was thinking.
That might just be what we need. That might just be what we need. Number one rule, never go off trail. So that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, no, that's the edge. No, that's the point where we don't go any further. Got any EMF over here?
Got a couple of these nuts over here.
Come on. All right. It's our last day. We're leaving probably in like 20, 30 minutes at most. We hadn't actually gone to the official like front of the park. So this is it. Just amazing. And you can see they have this new fence in here. The old fence is right here. It's sunk down. Or rather, the dunes have moved this way and just sloughed over. Isn't that insane? Yeah. So what do you think? Is there a UFO out there?
Yeah, I see it.
Where?
It's not under the sand. I see it.
You fucker. There's a barbed wire right there. Oh, yeah. This is crazy, honestly. It doesn't even look like Oklahoma. Looks like a completely different country. Not even America. I mean, it is just a giant riverbed. It's deceptive. It looks like we're in the Sonoran or like the Sahara. A little greener, but just crazy.
So my final conclusion, to wrap up as I drive home, there's a lot of problems with this story, and there's a lot of parts of the story, and each part of the story has its own little problem. So let's start with the easiest one. Coronado's journal. Oh yes, Coronado's journal. So apparently, if you read Coronado's journal, you'll see a part where apparently it's supposed to mention where Coronado was warned that these dunes were dangerous, and when he entered, that 3 of his men went missing. I found a PDF. You can get a PDF of Coronado's journal. I found it, and I read through it. I went through every page looking for any reference. Green lightning, dunes, green lights, men going missing, Indians warning him of something. Nothing. Absolutely no mention at all throughout the whole book. And this isn't just like a one-off thing either. It's not just this one book's translation forgets it. They don't even know the exact path Coronado took through the Panhandle. They don't know. So that means that you can't say he went through Beaver Dunes. They don't know where he went through the Panhandle. They have no idea. It's debated if he even got to the City of Gold, like he says in his book. And I'm kind of convinced, just from reading it, I hadn't even like looked into Coronado or any of this stuff. But now that I've read it, I'm convinced he made that stuff up. He did not want to get in trouble with his boss. But that's a completely different topic. Now the second thing, okay. We did not see any green lightning. Now, green lightning is possible, and the green lightning has been seen in areas near there. Is also potential explanation for the green lights. However, we did not get any lightning. It was raining, it was rainy, occasionally thunder. We could never see any lightning. So we never ever got to confirm or debunk that claim. The ghosts, I expected to be able to debunk pretty easily, but as you saw in the clips, I am honestly taken aback because I've always been paranormal skeptic. Like, I believe in the Wendigo before I believe in a ghost type of situation. But I always am like, there's a natural explanation. I mean, sure, there's probably a natural explanation for what's causing electromagnetic disturbance, but still, that's fucking weird. And the fact that it was seemingly, maybe it was just a coincidence, but it was seemingly responding to us is baffling. Just honestly, just baffling to me. And This is just honestly, that's an experience I'll never forget. Right there. Men in Black. Now, we went into the desert the same way this Mark Thatcher guy went into the desert. Now, we didn't stay nearly as long. We weren't there for 3 years doing tests on the soil and digging up the park. But we never got stopped by government officials. In fact, I never saw one single suited person in the park at all. And I doubt you'd ever see a suited person in the park ever. Because, first of all, now is not even state owned. Not even state owned. It's privately owned now. So you're not even seeing like park agents in there. The second thing, Mark Thatcher is probably taking this way out of context. He was in the desert. He was on the dunes for 3 years digging core samples. So what you're telling me is he was in an ATV area, camped out for 3 years, digging holes in the park. And this, at the time, this was a state park. Yeah, okay, maybe I'd send some guys out. And you live in the fucking panhandle, so you don't have any park. You know, you don't have any park service. So you just gotta send the next government guy you got. And it happened to be a guy in the suit, you know? That's my thought. That's probably what happened. And on the topic of Mark Thatcher, that speculation is fun for me, and I'd like to think that's what happened. But in all reality, what probably happened is this guy doesn't exist, because you can actually go through OSU's database. You can go through all the records. I looked for news articles related to this. I looked for his name. I looked for him in the teacher database. I looked for graduates by his name. There is not a single Mark Thatcher from OSU ever. I don't think this motherfucker ever existed. And the problem with all of these claims is the things that are making these claims are little fucking news articles on the internet, okay? And they're all citing each other. There are no original sites. Everything is just fucking bullshit at this point. And I don't believe a word of it. If you're reading anything about the Shamans portal on the internet, I want you to really think about what it's trying to tell you and listen to what I say right now. I went to this fucking park. You know what it is? It's about 300 acres of sand surrounded by probably 4 miles of sagebrush in all directions. There's a lot of native wildlife, nothing more. If there's ghosts, if that's what's causing that electromagnetic field, then I'm sort of partially convinced. Like, obviously it's not concrete proof, but still in my mind, the perception that something was responding to me is outweighing my skepticism in a way. So overall, I don't think the Beaver Dunes holds up to its hype. I think it might be haunted at most. I don't think there's feral aliens. I don't think the aliens crashed there. I don't think there's Men in Black. I don't think that there's a shaman's portal either. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I know it's a long one. I'm sorry. It's a lot. It was a lot. And hopefully the next ones will be shorter. But that's just a little tease for you. I'll be uploading some more soon. Hopefully this is higher quality than the last few videos. Hopefully I continue to make them at higher quality. So please, if you do like them, it really helps out if you do like the video. Especially helping if you subscribe and hit the bell, just so that you can always watch the videos as soon as they come out, because those are the moments when it matters the most, and that gets me the most traction. And you know, traction is just what I need, you know. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, sorry it was a long one. More uploads soon. This is the first in a 3-part series. We're going to be doing the Oklahoma's Bermuda Triangle. So look out for those videos. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.